you from San Diego, it's Conan at Comic-Con. Tonight, the stars of X-Men Apocalypse. Featuring Jimmy Bovino and the Basic Cable Band. I'm Andy Richter. Now, here he is, Conan O'Brien.
Yes! It's my favorite trick. Okay, that just sounds like you're being murdered. That's not a good... That's disturbing, that part. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Conan O'Brien at Comic-Con. Yeah, true story. At Comic-Con, I'm known as Superman in the streets, but Ant-Man in the sheets. I like a guy yelling, "No, you're not!"
You seem to be well endowed, from what I can tell.
What the hell does that guy know? Yeah. I am very sad to say it is our last night here at Comic-Con. Yeah, it's sad. Yeah, the ending will be particularly sad because I'm going out John's style. Andy asked to speak with me, and then...
I want to be the first stab and the last stab.
Hey, isn't this exciting? You heard right, the cast of X-Men Apocalypse. Pretty cool. That's great. And, yes, here's a spoiler. I appear in the film as Storm's little brother, Partly Cloudy. So look for that. Yeah. I've learned. Just walk around. I'm Partly Cloudy. I've learned so much. I've loved being at Comic-Con. I have learned so much about Comic-Con this week. Yeah. I learned the official acronym of Comic-Con is SDCC. SDCC. Yeah. To the people attending Comic-Con, SDCC stands for Sweaty, Drunk, and Carrying Crap. It's my favorite. The Spider-Man have to put their stuff down to shoot a web. Thor is like, lift with the back. Yesterday, I don't know if anyone saw me, I walked around the floor of Comic-Con for just like 30 seconds, yeah. And briefly, and I saw a sexy woman dressed as a Cyclops. Yeah. Yeah, she was telling guys, hey buddy, my eye is up here. Thank you. Please. No. Let's keep in mind the show is free. Hey, on Thursday, I don't know if you saw this on Thursday, William Shatner read from his book, The Autobiography of James T. Kirk. Yeah. Then he read an excerpt from his next book called Still Milking It. Fans who attended the Star Wars panel, did you hear this? They were treated to a special surprise Star Wars concert. It was incredible, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the concert ended tragically when Jabba the Hutt jumped into a mosh pit.
Oh, gosh.
Hundreds dead, apparently. Hundreds dead. People applauding.
Yeah.
They all died. Glad I wasn't there. You know, I gotta say, I was thinking about this today. My favorite superhero team of all time is the Avengers, you know? I do. I love the Avengers. And I love their battle cry, Avengers Assemble. And I was thinking maybe we could put that battle cry to the test tonight.
Well, in what do you mean? I mean, what way?
We're gonna watch the Avengers assemble some IKEA furniture. All right, there they are, they're backstage. We got Black Widow, Captain America, and Thor. They are taking delivery, and yes, hey, Thor has a blade, that's good. He's opening it up, that's nice.
Oh, yeah.
It is a 3-piece Tarva bedroom set. And a Norden coffee table. That's right.
Oh, no, Thor's opening the bag.
No, Thor, don't open the
bag.
You're going to need those later. Thor, no, understand. Let's just check in a little later with them. We'll check in later on throughout the show, see how they're doing. It takes a while. Thor, a little hasty.
Pardon?
Thor was hasty.
Yeah.
There's one trend in comic books that's been around for a while, and frankly, I find it disturbing. I'm talking about the way female superheroes are constantly depicted with ridiculously large breasts. Now, as a feminist, you woo all you want. I find it disgusting, okay?
You can't fight crime with shoulder issues.
Exactly. Anyway, since we're at Comic-Con, I thought tonight we would even the playing field for you ladies. So, yeah. In the interest of comic book gender equality, we are introducing the new Ant-Man with giant testicles. Let's get him out here. There he is. Where's Ant-Man? Get in there. Where is he? Oh, there he is, yeah. Thank you, Ant-Man. With giant testicles.
That's gotta be hard riding a bike.
All right. You know, on last night's show, we had a treat. We had the 9 cast members from one of my all-time favorite shows, Game of Thrones. And they were... Love that show. They were great. It was a thrill for me personally. Unfortunately, we ran really short on time. I got to ask everyone in the cast a question, but we ended up having to break from the show before I got to speak with Liam Cunningham, who plays Davos, and I felt really bad about that. So I thought, why not bring Liam Cunningham back tonight? Talk to him. And guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, I called him because I felt so bad and I wanted to apologize. He agreed to return. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Liam Cunningham. Thank you so much for coming back. I wanted to ask you the question I didn't get to ask you yesterday. With Melisandre arriving at Winterfell, do you think that Davos will now seek to avenge Stannis?
Go yourself.
I thought that went well.
Yeah. Seems touchy.
We have the stars of next summer's highly anticipated movie, X-Men Apocalypse, here tonight. James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, Nicholas Hoult, Olivia Munn, Evan Peters, Oscar Isaac. A lot more show coming up. We'll be right back. Jimmy, go! Show coming up. I wanted to make a brief announcement. We have had such a great week here at Comic-Con. We have had so much fun. The fans have been so terrific. The energy has been absolutely exhilarating. We have decided to come back next year and do this again. Thank you. Yeah. Well, thank you. It's really fun. Here's something else. The company that makes Pop Toys made this Conan toy just for Comic-Con, and it's... Yeah, there it is. It is anatomically correct in every way. A large head filled with soft cheese, but that's for you to find out. You're all gonna get one after the show. Yeah, if our viewers would like one of these babies, go to teamcoco.com/pop to enter for a chance to win by using the code FrankenHost, all right? There are 4 different Conan Pop toys, giving away a different one each night. Yeah. Collect all 4 in one day. You can be on the show Hoarders. That's pretty exciting. It is crazy what they're going for on eBay.
It was like $1,500 for the 4 of them.
Yeah, I know. I
definitely shouldn't tell them that.
I know.
You should hand these down to your children.
People are like, what? Really? I could buy something I want with this. It's your decision. It's your decision. Mine never left the box. It stayed in the box. We are, of course, as you can tell, an equal opportunity employer on this show, and that's why this week for Comic-Con, we hired one of the lesser-known droids from Star Wars as a production assistant, kind of to throw him a bone. I'm talking about R5-D4. He's been here all week, and he's been working his butt off. He's been working very hard. He made copies for us. Yeah, very good at that. He fetched our executive producer Jeff Ross's dry cleaning. He cleaned my dressing room toilet. Yeah. He's been Andy's personal assistant all week.
It feels so good.
Yeah.
R5, you are a magician, my friend.
And R5-D4 has written half our monologue jokes this week. He's very talented. Let's get him out here and thank him, ladies and gentlemen. R5-D4. Thank you. Thanks for helping us out this week, R5. All right, when you think about it, R5-D4, you've been doing very well, when you consider that you're a minor droid character from Star Wars. You've come a long way. Come on, R2-D2, he's doing great. That's not fair. R5's been doing an awesome job all week. Oh, that's terrible! No, come back! Come back, R5! Come back! R5, come back! No! He got to that window fast.
Yeah. I know, very quick. And when his head came off, it looked like a wash tub.
No! I thought it looked pretty convincing.
Oh, okay.
Hey, we have lots more show coming up. Stick around. We'll be right back. Let's go, fellas. We're back. So much show coming up. Thanks for having me here. Just curious to see if the Avengers have assembled that IKEA furniture yet. Let's just check in quickly, see how they're doing. That doesn't look good. That really looks like crap. Thank you, guys. Keep trying. We'll check in with you later on. That's
Really?
the Northern Coffee Table. Look good.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a great show tonight. I'm very... Have a seat. That is the... This fan right here just keeps shooting you with a Ghostbusters ray. I don't know how that's supposed to make you feel good. I don't understand any of it. Peter Capaldi, thank you so much for being here and entering with such a terrible special effect.
I'm used to it. I travel with my own dry ice these days.
Very nice. I just like some fog and clearly ropes pulling you in. Is this, am I correct? This is your first Comic-Con, is that right?
My very first Comic-Con.
Wow. Tell us about it. How is it? What's your experience been like?
Well, everyone kept saying to me, are you nervous? Are you nervous? Making me more nervous.
Right.
As the day of the panel approached. And we were in the hotel for 2 days doing press. And the security people kept saying, you can't go out onto the street. You can't go out there because you'll get mobbed. And I was like, come on, guys, put yourself in my shoes. You know, I play this iconic character that people love. Wouldn't you walk down the street?
Yes.
If you played that character?
Oh, exactly. You want to own it. You're Doctor Who. Get out there.
So you walk down the street and, like, nobody comes. One little kid comes up, and then gradually another person comes, and another person comes. And before I know it, I'm down at the convention center.
Yeah.
And, at the Lion. You know, and there were so many wonderful people there. Really kind. I felt like running for office afterwards.
Yeah, you know what's interesting is you grew up a Doctor Who fan. The show has been on for,
50 years.
50 years. Yeah. You grew up a Doctor Who fan. Now you are playing Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Sometimes on the set you have to feel like it's a dream almost, a childhood dream.
Oh, it's absolutely incredible. I mean, as a child, you know, I wrote to Doctor Who. I got letters back from the original Doctor Who's. You know, I drew pictures and sent them to the BBC. I got a letter published in the equivalent of TV Guide saying how much... What is really embarrassing, though, is that now they dig up all this stuff. And, you know, if you don't really want to hear what your 14-year-old self has to say about things, but...
Especially if they don't explain you wrote it as a 14-year-old.
That's right, yes.
Peter Capaldi said, me like Doctor Who.
That's right, yes.
You know what? It's interesting. Different actors take a different approach to Doctor Who. Some people think that your take has been to be a little more grumpy. Yeah? Fair to say?
Yeah. Well, he's 2,500 years old. He's been around, you know, and life is tough, business as usual.
Yeah.
But he loves... The great thing about Doctor Who, I think, is he's actually full of joy because he loves time and space and the universe. You know, he can find beauty in the simplest of things. He can sit in the supermarket car park, you know, and watch the sun coming up and think that's the most amazing thing, or see stars being born in Alpha Centauri. That's incredible.
What's fascinating is that I remembered over the years checking out the show, the special effects, especially 25, 30 years ago, were not that good, but no one cared. They loved the characters so much that they looked beyond that.
That's part
I mean, what we did here was almost on a par with what was going on Doctor Who.
Yeah.
30 years ago, you know?
Yeah. Already at home, they're asking, how did they do that?
In the UK, they're like, oh my God!
But somebody...
Ropes!
Somebody said to me, when was the first moment that you really felt like Doctor Who? And it was when they said, you've got to fight this giant spider. And here it is. It's this big rubber spider. And I said, right, where's the operator? And they said, there is no operator. You just fight it. And they just don't...
You just wiggle around with it?
This is what I was born to be. This is what I was meant for.
Some Doctor Who's have developed a bit of a catchphrase that fans get to know. Is there pressure on you to come up with a catchphrase?
Not really, no. I think I like to be taciturn.
Yeah, taciturn. That's not going to catch on a T-shirt.
That's not going to catch on anyone. No.
I like to be taciturn. No, that's not going to do it. We got to come up with one for you.
Have you any ideas?
The doctor is in, you know, I don't know. Andy, anything. We need something for the doc. Andy, I caught Andy not paying attention.
I was paying attention.
You were not.
I was having a sip of tea.
Having some tea, yeah. That's the good time to have tea.
Yeah, sorry.
Anyway, we were just,
It's what I do here.
We'll come up with one. Fantastic. We know you're really very busy. It was such a thrill that you would surprise our audience like this.
That's right.
You're a class act. Thank you for being here. Peter Capaldi. We'll be right back. The stars of X-Men Apocalypse. Stick around. Ladies and gentlemen, my first guest played a young Magneto and Professor X in X-Men First Class and X-Men Days of Future Past. Next summer, you can see them in the highly anticipated X-Men Apocalypse. Please welcome Michael Fassbender and James McAvoy. Thank you guys. You guys brighten up a room. Thank you for being here. It was very nice of you to do it.
Sounds like the room was pretty bright when we arrived.
It was pretty good, and you guys have kicked it to the next level. Let's get started.
Sandy.
Well, there'll be no interview now.
Can we just do that for an hour?
Just do that for an hour.
Yeah.
Yes, that would never get old. We have so much to talk about. First of all, you guys, this is your third film together, and you have famously become very good friends. You guys like each other's company. Andy and I must work with each other, but you guys...
It's a court-mandated thing. I got in trouble.
No, but we actually are fortunate. We really do get along, and we're friends. But you guys have become great friends. Is that true?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we kind of met each other, I think it was, what, 99 or something like that?
2000.
Yeah, 2000. We did Band of Brothers, but we didn't have any scenes together. But, you know, I was always a fan of James's work, so First Class was the first time we actually became one.
Reward protection.
Well, you heard it here first, yeah. Was there any pressure because you were, there was so much, you were playing these iconic actors who had depicted a role in a younger stage. Was there ever pressure to assume their accents or feel like you needed to channel them? Do you know what I mean? Whether it's, you know, Patrick Stewart or Ian McKellen, did you guys ever feel like, oh, I've got to sound like them a little bit?
It's kind of like doing drugs. You'd be like, you feeling it? Are you feeling it? I'm feeling it. I'm feeling Patrick. Are you feeling Ian? It's coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up.
It's rising. No, to be honest with you, when we started off...
I have that effect on people.
When we did First Class, you know, I was talking to Matthew Vaughn about it, and he kind of wanted me to do more of my own accent. So kind of did that in the first one, and then in Days of Future Past, Ian McKellen was actually in the movie, so then I decided that I started to learn his accent. So I kind of did more of his accent in the second one, and then this one, it's kind of a hybrid between the two. So very inconsistent with my accents to date.
So clearly you're having a mental breakdown, your character.
Absolutely.
You could in this one just have a Brooklyn accent.
He travels a lot. He's on the run, you know, he's on the run, so.
He's under incredible strain.
There's a lot of different accents.
Now, okay, to play Professor X, it was required to shave your head. That's
Finally, yeah.
Yeah, that's got to be...
We actually thought, you know, what happens is that Magneto sneaks in the middle of the night when Professor X is drunk and shaves off his hair and his eyebrows.
His eyebrow. It's just a college prank gone wrong.
You'll see it in this movie.
Yeah, but he got hepatitis C after that night, so it's all good.
Too much.
I give back.
Too much.
I knew there'd be a Hep C joke.
I know.
I knew it.
Whenever he's around, yeah.
Whenever there's a Hep C joke, I get really happy about it. Anybody? Anybody? Thank you.
There we go. Now, James, you described that it's my job to move things away from dangerous areas.
Oh, you're going to be working all night.
And even into worse areas. No, your character, you guys have described your character as kind of a love story between you two. You think there's a love story element to it, and the fans see it as well. Isn't that true?
It's hard to hide.
Yeah, you know what? It's like, it's that thing in a love story where you don't always like the person you're in love with, but you still love them.
Yeah.
And it's like Charles and Eric have always hated the way that they approach things. He's like, oh, he's always wanting to kill the humans. He's always going on about the same old shit. And yeah, I love the guy. I can't kill him. I don't want to mind control him. I love him.
That's right.
That's really nice. It is. Fans have come up with different nicknames. I don't know what you prefer. Do you like Fassavoy? Do you like Mick Bender?
That sounds like a hamburger. Yeah, it sounds like you go like, I'll have a McBender with fries.
Have a McBender. There's also McFassy. But I think McBender's the winner.
I've got Cheddick.
You like Cheddick? You know, the fans have felt the same way about your characters, and a lot of them have edited scenes of the two of you together to Coldplay's Fix You.
Oh, really?
Let's take a look at that right now.
When you lose something you can't replace. When you love someone that goes to waste.
So much more to you than you know.
Could it be worse?
And you must have something incredible here.
Lights will hide you burn and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you.
I want you by my side.
That was beautiful.
I know.
You guys were really moved by that. Yeah, you're going to be okay. You're going to be
You can
okay.
actually now get married in America as well, so it's really good. Isn't that great?
Yeah, there you go.
And Ireland.
And Ireland?
And Ireland, yeah. When we come back, we'll be joined by the rest of the stars of X-Men Apocalypse. Do not miss. We'll see you in a second. We're back. Sitting here with Michael Fassbender. Fassbender, James McAvoy from next summer's X-Men Apocalypse. I'd like to bring out the rest of the cast joining us tonight. Please welcome Evan Peters, Nicholas Hoult, Olivia Munn, and Oscar Isaac. Guess who arranged? Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Guess who arranged the seating? Such a creep.
Chairs move a lot.
Yes, they do. Oh my. Let's talk, Olivia. So much. You were playing. This has been a dream of yours to play a superhero. Is that right?
It has been.
Your
a dream.
entire life, you have wanted to play a superhero.
Yes. Yes. And that sounds sad. Not really.
No, I think a lot of people do.
Yeah.
All right, now you're playing Psylocke.
Yes.
And what do you like about when you got the word? When you got the word that this was happening, that you were going to play this character, what went through your head?
I was.
Who's Psylocke?
No, I was really excited because Psylocke actually has been one of my favorite X-Men characters, mostly because she's so morally ambiguous. She's a bad guy with a good heart, and the thing that I actually always loved about Psylocke is that she's telepathic and telekinetic, and so superheroes a lot of times they don't want to kill, but they will kill. But Psylocke, she can create anything with her mind. And she could kill from afar like Magneto or Storm, but she chooses to create a sword and kill up close.
She likes to kill up close.
She likes to kill up close and kill in as brutal a way as possible, and that to me was just the coolest thing about the character.
He's a keeper.
That makes you a sociopath. Yeah. How close are you going to be to the actual cartoon? Because people are wondering what you're going to look like, and people know what the cartoon Psylocke looks like. I think we have that here, and we don't know how close you're going to be. Is it going to be the same? Is it going to be the same costume?
It is pretty close. Yeah, except for this part. I come into the deficit with that part, but the costume is exactly like that, just a lot less here and here.
Right.
I'm sorry.
There's a lot of lubrication involved in getting you into the costume.
That is true, James,
yes.
and thank you for knowing that.
How do you know? There's a lot of... Well, someone needs to help get in. There's a lot of KY girly, is it?
Yeah, they lube me. It's the truth. They lube me down, and I step into this latex. We did a whole latex fitting.
Yes.
And
and then she goes to work. All right, now we're talking.
I'm okay. Andy, you weren't paying attention earlier, and I just blacked out. They lubricate the costume, and then you step in.
They lubricate the costume, and they lubricate me. So there's two...
Well, what do they use? Like butter, margarine?
No. Butter.
This isn't like...
What do you mean margarine? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
When were you born?
It was,
1875?
yeah, sure. When you're in a pinch, you use what you got.
Yeah, they based me first, and then they seasoned me. And then two women lube me up, and then we... I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Two women lube me
All right,
up.
we get it, yeah.
The first day I put on the latex suit and I was out there and I was really excited to be with these guys, and I met Michael and James and everybody, and I was just so excited, and then I went to I was like, okay, I want to do a really good job, and I just popped the crotch of the latex just broke.
It's in the film.
I guess crotch popping can be a superpower.
Yeah. Beware, kabang! Oh! All right, I have to ask Oscar a question. Oscar playing Apocalypse, okay? And the oldest and most powerful of the mutants. How did you come up with a voice that would match how intimidating this character has to be? He has to be the most powerful character in the universe.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I mean, it's still an ongoing thing because the suit that I wear is incredibly noisy, so I have to ADR 100% of my dialogue. So right now, it actually doesn't matter what I sound like, so it could be falsetto, it could be...
That's why you've been doing it in falsetto?
That's why I've been doing it with a Latin falsetto accent.
Meaning you're going to add all of the voice later on just because, what does your suit do? It squeaks or something?
Yeah, because it's a huge...
Giant sneaker.
It's like a giant sneaker. It's like...
Yeah. I would love it if they released a version of the movie with that.
Yeah.
So wouldn't that be great if whenever people are like, here he comes, Apocalypse, and you're like, squeak!
Yeah.
Hi, everybody!
Every time he says something evil, everyone's like, what? Say it again.
Because we don't have enough lube to go around. Olivia's hugging it all. So.
She used all the lube. Yeah. Evan, kitchen scene in X-Men Days of Future Past. I have to say, that is one of my favorite action scenes of all time because I had never seen anything quite like it. And it's poetic and it's funny all at the same time. I thought that was absolutely but it must have been one of your favorite scenes to shoot.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, your character just gets to run around and you're doing all these really hilarious things. Was it hard? Because you're running around the walls at like the speed of light. You're doing all these funny pranks on everyone during a gunfight. How did you even shoot that? Was it at all physical?
Yeah. It was, very physical.
Well, we're out of time.
I didn't really do much. I have to give credit to the special effects team and all the stunt guys because I didn't do jack shit.
Evan, that's my boy. You guys, you clown around a lot on the set. There's BB gun fights. There's yes, BB gun fights.
Yeah, not so much in this one. The last one really
kind of more target practice in this one, but yeah, not so much fight. You had a fight the other day though with Josh and
yeah, I shot him in the
BB
ass.
gun?
Yeah.
Wait, you shot? Who did you shoot in the ass
Josh
with?
Hellman, who plays Bill Stryker.
Those are dangerous. I mean, BB guns. There's an element of danger there.
Yeah, protective eyewear.
Yeah, but he shot him in the ass.
It's a good place. There's lots of flesh.
Yeah. So you've literally they're trying to shoot a movie. This is a big budget movie, and there's a lot of running around, and you guys are trying to get you on the set, and you have BB guns, and you're firing at each other.
Yeah. The last one was worse. They actually stopped us in the end because people had like lumps in their head. They were bleeding out. He's shooting people in the ass now. He shot them in the face last time.
One of the costume ladies, Cat 2, complained that the costume department felt unsafe at work, so we had to down our weapons. It's her fault.
But it might be because were you locked in your trailer not coming out because Nicholas was on top of the
It was
trailer?
like Ned Kelly.
I was on top of the view on top.
James,
He was coming in the skylight. He shot me through the crack of a door. It was a brilliant shot, actually. Right in the jugular. I mean, it really took the wind out.
You're actors who are insured. You can't get hurt. And
That's why we're insured.
You're trying to shoot.
We then started the punching game, and then from the punching game we've got you.
oh yeah.
It's unnecessarily hard.
I will tell you, as someone who's right here, that was hard. That's not a...
He's the worst. He's the worst.
I am honest. But it's gone from that to like a weird slapping game as well. So.
What's the slapping game?
Slapping game is just like.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. What is it?
There's the eyes. Oh, no.
The slapping game involves alcohol, but of course, yeah. And it's not really a game. It's just basically people hitting each other.
You can do it with milkshakes.
Yeah, it sounds to me like it's quaint that you're calling it a game.
Yeah.
Drinking alcohol and hitting each other is just something people do.
Yeah. We always called that Saturday night.
You moved away from me for a reason.
Because you said slapping game. And
How hard do you slap?
I'm wearing makeup down this side of my face because James hit me pretty hard yesterday. And I was bruised this morning.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Result.
I wish we had more time. This has been absolutely fantastic. And if we did have more time, I'd let you slap me, but we're out of time.
Oh.
You can do it. Go
All
for it. That was the best and worst thing that ever happened to me. We are thrilled that you could be here. Thank you so much for coming here, for making so many people so happy. The stars of X-Men Apocalypse. Take a break. We'll be back. Ladies and gentlemen, as I have said, we've had an amazing week, and there are so many people I would personally like to thank. First of all, the good people at Comic-Con have been incredible to us. They really were. I want to thank the city and the people of San Diego. I also, quick shout out, the police in San Diego took such good care of us. They were incredible, and our thanks to them. I want to thank AT&T for sponsoring Conan 360. They did an amazing job. I also want to thank everybody at Turner Broadcasting for making this thing possible. They've been incredible. And finally, I've been doing this since before a lot of you were born, and you fans have made this, I think, one of the best weeks I've ever had. So, thank you very much. We'll see you next next year at Comic-Con.